The Young and the Restless spoilers have revealed that talented actress Melissa Ordway will debut in an exciting new film directed by none other than Angelica McDaniel, former CEO of CBS. The new movie is titled Trophies the Movie. In the film, the beauty and talent Ordway pays the price for Farrah's character. Farrah is described as a gorgeous, elegant real estate agent who loves Pilates, loves mixing things, stirring pots and revealing too much information for her own benefit. The film belongs to the comedy genre. The short film will introduce an innocent prisoner. In addition, fans will also witness the lovely husband of the mistress. How lovely is that change? McDaniel, former CEO of CBS, used the film as his debut director and showed his talent behind the camera. In addition to her role as a director, the talented beauty is also a production executive with award-winning film producer Victoria Mitchell. The new and humorous film is written by Brian McDaniel, a scientific researcher who also starred in the film. In addition to Ordway, prominent cast includes Paul Rodriguez, Jill Michelle Melean as Amanda, Christina Emerson as Mila and Ryan March as Callie. Fans will definitely count down every minute until Y&R launches with brand new episodes on Monday, August 10th. It's been months since viewers last seen the original content, but Y&R will changes everything. That content next week. Its sister show, The Bold and the Beautiful, returned to air last month with new content. It's been a while since we last saw Melissa in action, and we've heard that her character might experience some sneaky weirdness when the show returns. Will she still flirt with Chance Chancellor? Or will that ship set sail? Then again, can we find out that the nude heir is pregnant? Chances are the scenario where she and Phyllis Newman are still arguing in the hotel they run. Regardless of what's going on in the city of Genoa, we know it will be awesome, fun, and worth the wait. The Young and the Restless spoilers record that Amanda Sinclair is becoming more popular in Genoa City, Wisconsin. Her appearance last year caused a huge shock, which was not what she expected. The staggering resemblance between the late Amanda and the late Hillary Hamilton is clearly something everyone in the GC cannot help but react. However, that problem was solved when Amanda started developing her own life. Fans claim that the identical double angle is destined to chase and can be confirmed at some point. Now, a year later, Amanda is building herself professionally and has developed a number of meaningful friendships, including the one with Billy Abbott. Nate Hastings previously shared information about the serious relationship he ended when his girlfriend passed away. He has had no luck in love since he returned home, only a brief romantic attempt at Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, is counted. Nate decided to end that connection because he was responsible for the Abby family's dealings. Amanda was the one who caught Nate's eye before he asked her. After a period of flirting, she accepted. But the trailers indicate that Amanda moniker will not be trending. Ripley Turner joined GC not long ago, but he has certainly made an impact. As fans recall, he couldn't cope with Amanda ending their relationship in Madison, Wisconsin. So, after a while, he followed her to the famous Y&R stage. Vicki Newman and Amanda dress alike, which is why Ripley mistakes one for the other. As a result, Vicki became a stabbed victim. Thankfully, Ripley was forewarned and facing justice for his actions. The above things scared Amanda more than what she had experienced. But Billy comforted her, deepening their already growing relationship. Morgan's newest character is a standing man who appears to be on the ground. Billy, on the other hand, briefly defined his personality. There is no doubt that Thompson's character is a sincere father. But many of his adult relationships, including his latest attempt to revive Billy, have been cracked, at times turning out badly. Billy is a charming man, as Amanda sees it. He could also destabilize her life if she wasn't careful. But Nate will be open to every option, possibly including the one that led to a relationship with Billy. The Young and the Restless spoilers show upcoming new episodes, so what could happen? We all have a bit of turmoil these days, and the citizens of Genoa are no exception. Sure, the city of Genoa might not be locked, but they've been stuck in the same loop for months now. Nothing happened. Adults may be familiar, but no one will think of the kids. Poor Faith has gone through a lot. Her parents were about to be married again. Grandfather Victor faked his death, father reunited with Phyllis, Sharon had a new boyfriend in Ray, and was later diagnosed with breast cancer. Most kids will only act after one of those things. Put them together, and Faith is ripe to blow up. If Faith wants to be a bad girl, she has a great role model in her older sister, Summer. She can go wild and start stealing cars, just like the last time Summer came to town. The last time Faith decided to act like a kid, Nick and Sharon both handed the responsibility of raising their kids to Ray, whose punishing idea was to get past the hoop again and take Faith to Lola's restaurant, where she worked in the kitchen for 10 minutes. That doesn't seem to work. With the young and the restless spoilers, Jack always confronts Ashley for control of Jabot, periodically bringing Victor in to announce that he has bought them all. Mwahaha. Now Kyle has been added to the mix roster, as he battled Theo briefly, but Kyle showed up at the top, bragging about how he had won the CEO promotion at the age of 12. Also there's also Billy, but he's my worst enemy and doesn't need an opponent to screw up. Tracy was rarely a factor in the ongoing war between Abbott and Abbott, though she'd been sitting in a big chair for a few weeks when it seemed that Jack and Ashley weren't John's biological children. And, honestly, she's already started liking it. Tracy feels comfortable only when Jack and Ashley return to the fight and Tracy, as Tracy, leaves with her usual noble atmosphere of grief and martyrdom. But what if she turns around and asks her to share her action? Maybe Tracy will come to the conclusion that she deserves to be like anyone, or maybe Theo will play Iago, whispering in her ear, telling her she's been ignored long enough. Is it time for her to experience a crush? Tracy has always been a good girl. She soothed her anger and put on a happy face, even as the man responsible for her daughter's death, Colleen, then boldly requested a heart transplant for Colleen. That would be Victor. Paul became the spotlight in a particular way, and the scandal continued to cause considerable trouble for the residents of the city of Genoa. Lily also faces a scandal of her own, learning that Malcolm might actually be her biological father. All of those explosions took place literally before an explosion, after Chloe beat Adam with a sedative, then detonated the house where he was hiding. Now we are off the beaten path and racing into undiscovered territory. These are spoilers. Similar complications have emerged for the Abbott family, after they received a reminder of their family's history. The past will also come into Adam's eye, as he conducts an increasingly intense search for clues that he was innocent in a decades-old murder. The past week has been quite interesting and the coming weeks may bring some unexpected developments. With everything still the same, it's easy to miss important moments, but that's why the Soap Hub is here to help. If you have any questions, thoughts, or even theories, don't hesitate to share them with the community. What do you like most this week? Young and the Restless spoilers reveal more trouble than could come into Ray and Sharon's lives. Noemi Gonzalez fell to the ground as she played the role of Mia, Ray's estranged wife. She has an affair with both Ray and his brother Arturo, leaving town with her after it is revealed she is pregnant with Arturo. But what if Arturo turns out not to be father and son? After all, the Young and the Restless played with the results of the paternity of the past. Jill and Catherine are too trying to be revealed as daughter and mother until a new mode enters and launches the story. Of course, there is a question as to how and why the initial results suggest Arturo is the father. Who could benefit from Ray's more inclination to have sex with Sharon than Mia? Who has had prior access to laboratory DNA and has experienced changing paternity test results? That wouldn't be any other major being Phyllis. And if Phyllis is innocent in love, how will she react to her accusers? However, it is conceivable that Phyllis would do such a thing. If the fiery character wants to find her way to association with Nick, she must stop Sharon that way. What better way to do that than to make sure she and Ray have no problem with the animal he's pregnant with Mia? Phyllis couldn't have Nick in her sights later in the paternity timing check, but she always tried to go a step or two ahead of everyone. Mia's return with a bunch of babies will not only affect the strength between Nick, Phyllis, Ray, and Sharon, but existing Arturo will give the key to the romance between Abby and Chance. What are you most excited to see next week? Share it all with everyone in the comments section and remember there are always more soap-destructive ways, exclusive news and updates in our free newsletter. However, until next time, fans, thank you so much for watching. I'm Pierce Culver, and I'll see you soon. On Mondays, we catch up with the story with Billy and Lily interviewing Genoese citizens on Chancellor Park's anniversary. But once we catch up, we'll dive into the movie. Sharon is ready for her surgery but she has another problem she doesn't seem to think of. Adam came to her door in desperation for help after learning he had killed A.J. Montalvo at the age of 11. In fact, Chelsea directly confronted Victor about the news, insisting he at least didn't have any witnesses. Well, never underestimate the great Victor Newman. Meanwhile, Victoria intends to use this information about her brother for her benefit. And hey, she has an ex who is starting a media company because rich people can do this. So Vicky went to see Billy and told him she had more information for him and insisted he should shut the door as this is huge. Billy buzzed his ears and couldn't wait to hear what Victoria said. At Abbott's house, Ashley is in town to check on Dina, and Jack has some news for her. When he was talking to his mother earlier, she suddenly said Bixley to him, and now they may have another mystery about Dina to unravel. It seems that Soap is following the Billy Lily order rather than the Billy Amanda order, so Amanda is free to date Nate. She told him that someone had advised her life, not just her job, and she did with a bright smile on her face. The Young and the Restless, airs weekdays on CBS. Subscribe to the channel to keep up with the latest news. Well, what if she finally lets the anger flare up? She can take over Jawboat and use it to defeat Victor, and reminds her siblings who Abbott really is. The Young and the Restless, airs weekdays on CBS. Check your local listings for airtime.